This is John Sullivan, the District Secretary, and I'm going to be demonstrating how a club that has subscribed to ClubRunner would report the club's attendance for the month. The first thing that they would have to do is go to their own particular club's website. In this case, I've gone to the jacksonrotary.org website, and I'm going to log in using one or more spots that say login. There's usually one up in the top right. There may also be one around the word welcome. So you click on login, and it brings up the login screen. Now you notice in my case that in orange the data is already filled in, but if you do not have a password or you've forgotten it, you would click on the box that says new and existing users, retrieve your password, and it brings up a screen where you put in your last name, your email address, and then click get login information, and it'll be sent to you in a matter of a minute or two. In the meantime, you would click on return and go back to the login screen. You start by signing in. The first place you end up is on what's called your club's administration screen or admin. And in order to report your club's attendance, you go over on the right side to where it says input attendance current year, and you click on that. Now, depending upon whether or not your club has ever reported attendance for using ClubRunner, the screen will look a little bit different. In this case, the Jackson Club has reported starting July 10th through September 25th, and they've also started October the 2nd. If they were going to add a meeting, they would click on the button that says Add Meeting and then select the date. In this case, it's preloaded for September the 9th. If I wanted to add that meeting date, I would simply hit Save. In this instance, I'm going to cancel it and go back to the attendance screen. To record the attendance, I click on the word attendance on the right, and it brings up a list of members. Now there's two ways to record the attendance. One is the simple method of clicking on a member and the next member that's present. Or if you have pretty good attendance at a meeting, you can go down to the bottom and click on Check All, and then go back and minus out those people that might not have been at the meeting. When you finish, you click Save, and it takes you back to the prior screen. In my case, I'm going to hit Cancel and go back to the prior screen. Now, once you finish for an entire month, there's another screen which unfortunately I can't show you because I have already done the month, but it will have a spot on the bottom that will basically say Report to District. You would click on that, and that would report your attendance to the district. It automatically does the calculations as you go along, considering members that are on Rule of 85 status and the similar. Now, if you want to record members that are on Rule of 85, you go back to the admin screen. Again, you use the tab in the upper left-hand column if you're not there. And under Meeting Services, you'll see where it says Member Attendance Exemption. You would click on that, and it brings up a list of Rule of 85 members. Rule of 85 members are exempt if they are age 65 and the total of their age and the number of years in Rotary equals or exceeds 85. In this case, you can see the club has a number of members that are exempt. If they wanted to add another member, they would simply click Mark New Exempt Member, and they would select the member from the drop-down list. So if they selected me, just click on my name, and then you can put in the exemption date. That's the date that the club approved their request to go exempt under the Rule of 85. And since I don't qualify, I'm going to cancel myself out. You could also make a person unexempt if you wanted to by simply clicking on unexempt in the right-hand side of that person's row. To be honest, I don't know why you do that. It's always to a club's benefit to have a member classified rule of 85. If they attend a meeting, you get credit for the attendance. If they do not, you're not penalized. Now, in terms of reporting makeups, you go back again to the admin page, and then under meeting services, you go down to where you have report makeups. You click on the report makeups button. It brings up the member's name, and if you click on the person's name, it will show you a listing of what meetings they've attended and not attended. In this case, the individual I selected is a Rule of 85 exempt and has not attended any recent meetings. If you wanted to report a makeup form, you would click on the Report Makeup button on the line showing the particular meeting. That brings up another screen that shows the date, and you can put in why the person is making up or where they made it up, whether they went to the district conference or a club meeting or whatever.